really setting up to be one of the more entertaining fights of the night between two men who are different in their styles but very even in their overall production, I think. Round 2 scheduled for 3. As we said, judges have the option for rounds 4 and 5 if they feel it's needed. Leko in the dark trunks, Filho in the light trunks.
There you see a little more of the traditional stuff from Filho. High kick, but Leko comes right back with a flurry of punches. Backed Filho up with a right hand, but Filho turning the tables on him. Leko claiming it was to the back of the head, but it wasn't. On the side.
You saw the style differences very evident right there. Filho's willing to trade punches, but he's not the kind of jackhammer puncher like Leko, who will just throw and throw and throw. Filho, a little more selective, but throws just as hard.
Leko with big right hands, and he can hit with that. Who could forget the knockout of Peter Arts in 2001, Lon?
Oh, a good knee strike to the head. More of a glancing blow, not much damage done to Filho.
Both of these fighters are just masters of this type of fighting. You see their defenses are almost impenetrable.
Again, Leko the one moving forward. Filho content to counterpunch, counterattack.
Oh, good move by Filho. Keeps him off balance with those kicks to the inside of the legs. Then goes up top with the hands. Oh, Leko walked into a right hand, but comes back with 2 of his own. Punch and kick combinations by both fighters. Punching high, kicking to the legs.
Filho needs to do more of that to neutralize this oppressive action that Leko's bringing forward.
Leko just never backs up. He's just always coming forward. Even with the 25-pound weight advantage that Filho has, still it's Leko that's controlling the position of the fighters in the ring.
Good combination from Filho, the punch, punch, and kick.
Filho continuing to kick to the inside of the legs, trying to keep Leko from getting set for heavy stuff. Heavy artillery from those arms, those punches. Oh, big right hand by Leko.
Yes. Filho needs to go back to the roots. If he can take the legs out from Leko, I think he's got a much better chance.
Oh, big right hand by Leko. He just is starting to catch Filho off guard with the right hand lead.
Tremendous vision from Leko to see that opening come.
Filho more polished, it seems, with his punches and more on target, but Leko just a constant barrage of punches, and a lot of them are getting through. Oh, right hand followed by right hand roundhouse kick to the head by Leko.
Oh, and a good strong finish to what was a very active round for that man, Stefan Leko from Croatia. And blitz would be a perfect term for how he has gone through the first 2 rounds against Francisco Filho.
I would have to have Leko ahead at this point by at least 1 point. He would have gained a half a point at least in each of the first 2 rounds. Just the non-stop action that Stefan Leko has brought to Filho. He may only land 1 out of every 5 punches, but he lands hard with it and he builds up points on the judges' scorecards.
And Leko using his tournament experience to his benefit tonight. He does not have to save himself, as we've mentioned before, for any other fights. He certainly has the willpower and the stamina to go strong throughout an entire night of tournament fighting. But here, 3 rounds and you're out, or you're in, as the case may be, into Tokyo.
Yeah, they get a chance to fight a 3-rounder without having any fights coming after it, and then just go all out.
Filho looking a bit weathered. He has to come back, what we think, from behind as we come into our 3rd and final scheduled round.
I'll tell you what Filho needs. He needs to knock Leko down, and that's not going to be easy.
Leko beginning to open up Filho more and more.
Leko in tremendous shape, it appears. He doesn't even look like he's breathing hard. Filho looks like he's slowed just a little.
Leko is more in tournament-style fighting. He's been more active over the last 24 months, certainly, than Filho due to the injuries to the back and shoulder of the Brazilian fighter. And Leko has started fast, and he's continued that pace through each of the first 2 rounds, and now here in the 3rd.
Age not really a factor. Filho 32,
Very
Leko
nice.
29.
Again,
Good
under
right
control.
Both fighters in the prime age for this type of fighting. Filho is waiting, and he needs to go instead. Front kick to the body, but no follow-up.
Filho not using the weight advantage to his advantage by leaning on Leko.
Filho's lost the sting in his punches. I think fatigue has set in here in the 3rd round. I don't think he's going to be able, certainly not knock Leko down. May not be able to win this round.
Conditioning is huge right here, Mike, and you see the drastic difference between the 2 fighters. Leko, the much fresher of the 2. Filho just trying to hang on, looking for that opening. If Leko does not make a mistake, he will win this fight.
Leko just a non-stop fighting machine. He doesn't look like he's slowed at all since the beginning of the 1st round. Just constant punches and kicks. Still going with the very effective right-hand lead.
Oh, nice left to the gut of Filho. And now, Stefan Leko into that mode that they have in training. 1 more minute, go hard, just finish with a flurry. And there you see the exhaustion that is being felt by that man, Francisco Filho.
No knockdown, just went down. They called it a slip, but he really went down because he was tired. Filho hanging on, but he doesn't look like he really thinks he can win this fight. He just wants to make it through.
Leko wants to finish strong, impress the judges, impress everybody who's made their way to Tokyo so far.
A knee strike by Leko, one of the few he's thrown, but it landed on the chest.
He'll throw 20 punches in these last 10 seconds. Oh, and he continues to hurt Filho. The best punch of the night for Stefan Leko right at the bell.
Almost knocked Filho out. I think he did knock him down. Technically, it looked like his glove touched the canvas, but the round had ended.
This is the promise that Stefan Leko has hinted at for the last 2 years. A performance like this.
Spinning back fist was picked off, but you see how Filho has no comeback. Here in the 3rd round, he just was too tired, had absorbed too much punishment, fought back gamely. No, if Francis Filho is one thing, he is a strong fighter that never quits. And he wouldn't quit here in the 3rd round, even though he just couldn't match the firepower of Stefan Leko. You see his glove touch right there just after the bell. Referee properly called the match over. Leko deflecting those punches. A masterful performance by the Croatian here tonight against Francisco Filho.
One judge for Leko. There it is. Stefan Leko elated with this decisive win over Francisco Filho, like he had trained for exactly this moment. He has pointed himself towards a K1 championship, and he has just taken a huge and very impressive step towards that goal with a win in decisive fashion, unanimous over Francisco Filho.
Leko very excited after 10 years and 62 fights. It looks like he's never lost the excitement, and that's what he's going to need to go December 6th to Tokyo and win it all.
Wow, look at the shots that Filho took. He was hoping for this to be a comeback night after some debilitating injuries he suffered in the ring. But tonight, he just met up against a very determined and very focused Stefan Blitz Leko. And Leko, in true K1 fashion, looked like he could go a couple of more times with anybody you choose.
Ja, aber erst